Listen, success is defined as the favorable or prosperous termination of attempts or endeavors. Success is the accomplishment of one's goals. With my Generation Z, I'm teaching my Generation Z, if your kid is 23 years or younger, they need to be in that class. I'm teaching these kids about success. One of the things that I talked to them about today was making sure that they have three goals that they're working toward. Amen? And we're drilling. We're not just talking about I got three goals, but we're drilling and we're saying, what are your initiatives to make that happen? Goals, success, goals. It seems odd to say that folks don't reach personal goals because they fear becoming successful. That seems odd, but it's true. The truth of the matter is that success can change you. Okay, I got about 3 or 4 folks there. Yeah, success can change you. And success can change people around you. Yeah, okay. Success changes crucial family members that was always in your corner. But now God is blessing you and they can't take it. When God was blessing them, you was all in their corner. You was rallying for them. Go get it. Yeah. You the man. You the girl. But then as soon as God started blessing you, they got quiet. I told you I'm going to be up in there, y'all. Today I want to deal with this secret. It's a dirty little secret. It's a dirty little secret. It's a secret that comes against success. And it's called frustration. It's called frustration. You see my graph and you see this young man, and life can frustrate you. Oh, y'all gonna talk to me? I told you I'm gonna be in there. It can frustrate you. Frustration means to make one's plans worthless. Yeah. There's people who had goals and they had dreams, but somehow along the way, their plans and their dreams became worthless. My God. It means to make one's plans to no avail. It means being defeated. Or it means just simply being frustrated. Many things are there to frustrate us, T. Many things will frustrate us. But the real question is not that you got frustrated, but the real question is, how did you deal with the frustration? Preach, Thomas. I am. A young man commits a crime, gets locked up for 5 to 10 years. Didn't have no education when he committed the crime. So he does his time, gets out of jail 10 years older, still don't have no education. He's got goals. He's got dreams. He been dreaming for 10 years that I just want to be legitimate. He's been dreaming for 10 years. I just want to do the right stuff. I just want things to be, I want to be happy in my life. He gets out and he don't have an education. He gets out and he wants to get a job, but he got to check the box. Some people say, no, you don't have to check the box. You don't have to check the box no more. But when you give up the resume, it's a 10-year gap in your resume. And so the folks say, we're not going to discriminate against you, but we just not going to hire you. Frustration. Somebody say frustration. Frustration. He's proud. He says, I want to do over, but life is frustrating him. So what does he do? Sometimes they go back to doing what he used to do. Can I talk to somebody today? Just go back to doing what he was familiar with. And this time he's 10 years older, so he's not as sharp as he used to be. 10 years ago, as a matter of fact, he probably wasn't that sharp 10 years ago because he got caught. Okay, all right. First lady, thank you, First Lady. Thank you, First Lady. That's why I married her, because she always laughed at my jokes. He's free, but he can't find a livable wage. Do y'all understand? A livable wage. Something where you catch 3 buses to get there, you still got to be able to live when you get home. Frustrated. What do I do? What do I do? Sister gets pregnant early in life. Finds herself a young teenage mama. Seemingly she's stuck. Seemingly she's frozen. No education. No real, is this too much for y'all? No real money coming in. She feels frozen. She gotta stay at mama's house. But it's hard to be at mama's house when you got a baby. Because you feel grown, but you ain't grown because mama's still paying the bills. Is this too much for y'all? So she finds herself somebody's parent, but she's frustrated. What do I do? What do I do? So 2 or 3 of her girlfriends come to her and they say, I got the prospect to get me a job. And she say, okay, I'll watch your kids. $300 a week. Okay, I'm gonna talk to you. $300 a week, I'll watch your kids. And mama, I cut you in on it. Come on, somebody. Now she done created a hustle. She took her frustration and turned it into prosperity. So now she got her a daycare center. See, there's some things that you gotta flip some stuff. You get out of prison, you can't find a job. Get you a lawnmower. Start cutting some grass. Get a clientele. Then you look up, now you got about 4 or 5 lawnmowers. And you got about 5 or 6 guys working for you. Come on, somebody. You take the frustration and flip it to your advantage. Preach, Thomas. Preach, Thomas. Listen. Here's a brother. He plays by the rules. He goes to college. Don't have no babies. Got him a degree. Everything seems to be going well. But he can't get the real job. Because every time he go to get the big money job, they always tell him, you're just not the right fit. I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this, and then y'all fill in the blanks. What the heck does that mean? Y'all can fill in the blanks. What does that mean? You're not the right fit. That's a code word. Are y'all still with me? I'm gonna preach this thing. Somebody say frustration. He gets the interview. He does well in the interview, but you're just not the right fit. So he got to keep grinding. He got to keep going. He got to keep hustling to where maybe he may even have to start his own business. He may have to be his own right fit. He can't let life frustrate him to the point where he wants to give up. You got to keep battling. Can't get frustrated. Are y'all still with me? Here's this lady. She's done all the things right. I'm going to find you somewhere. She's done all the things right. She's active in her church, exercises daily, eats the right things, gets all the checkups, only to find cancer lurking in her body. She gets frustrated. Frustrated. So the truth of the matter is that we all get frustrated. But you got to take that frustration and flip it. So she starts an organization that fights cancer. And she travels all around the world teaching other people how to beat the disease. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Listen, frustration. Don't let frustration get the best of you. Some of us, if not all of us, have been touched in some kind of way by one of the scenarios that I gave. You might not have said nothing because you want everybody to think that you all sanctimonious. You want everybody to think that you all holy. But I might have been knocking at your doorstep. But it's all right because you're here. And it means that you did not let frustration overcome you. All right. I'm getting close, y'all. Life at times can be challenging. I'm almost where I want to be at. Life can be frustrating. But we got to understand, how do I deal with these frustrating moments? How do I deal with it? I thought everything was going to work out, but it didn't. I thought everything was going to be better, but it wasn't. I thought all I had to do was that, but that didn't work. I thought all I had to do was this, but that didn't work. Life can be frustrating, but you got to overcome. Somebody say, I got to overcome. So let me drop these two things in your spirit and I'm going to get out of your way, okay? Number one, write this down. Fear not, for I'm here. Y'all all right? Fear not, for I am here. Isaiah 41:10 says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. This is what he said. He says, be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. I will uphold thee with thy right hand. Isaiah begins to speak to these, his people, and he starts to talk to them about not fearing. It's one thing to be afraid. It's another thing to say, I fear no evil. Come on, somebody. Listen, don't give an audience to emotional dread. Boy, I just said something. Y'all missed it. Y'all was looking at me. Listen, I said, don't give an audience to emotional dread or impending fear. Huh? Listen, the enemy tries to come at your mind and tries to bog you down with impending doom. Are y'all all right? He tries to get you with impending distress. You've been working for 30 years. It's time to retire. The enemy will tell you, you ain't gonna make it. You're not gonna make it to retirement. You're not gonna get your first check. Oh, y'all don't see, y'all ain't there. But those that have retired, they know the stuff that start coming in their minds. Because people start talking to you. They say, well, you know, Jimbo, soon as he retired, he died. Y'all ain't never heard that before? And so then that impending doom starts to get in your mind. You start saying, well, maybe I don't need to retire. Okay, come on, all right. I'm there. Watch this. Isaiah said it like this. Isaiah said that the divine presence of our God is here. It's here. It doesn't look good right now. And I know that if I keep going down this path, that it's going to look like doom and gloom. But I got to get my mind set that God doesn't have fear set up in my path. That's the trick of the enemy. And that whatever has happened to me, it's got to be something greater waiting down the road. Yes, overcoming frustration is to understand the power of his presence. Did y'all catch that? You got to understand the power of his presence. Father, give me the wisdom of an overcomer. Help me understand the power of his presence. Hallelujah. Some folks get released from prison and they face frustrations like others, but somehow they overcame. Listen, there's people that have got released from prison and they overcome. They made a statement. They said, I ain't never going back. I don't care. Whatever, I ain't going back. What that mean? That mean if I got to cut 9 lawns a day, if I got to sweep floors, I ain't going back. Come on, somebody. Listen, same frustrations, but yet they overcame. The most overcomers, if you're going to overcome, wake up and write this down. If you're going to overcome, you have to overcome by faith. Huh? You got to overcome by faith. You overcame. Yeah, they wouldn't hire me, so I went and borrowed a shovel. They wouldn't hire me, so I borrowed a shovel and I just started shoveling. First thing you got to do when you borrow a shovel is make sure that you shovel your own driveway. Y'all all right? You got to shovel. My mama taught me that a long time ago. I said, I want to go make some money, mama. It's a big snow. I want to go make some money, mama. She said, okay. She said, first shovel this house. I said, okay. I shoveled the driveway. Came on back in the house. She said, I thought you was going to go make some money. I said, yeah, I was, but I'm tired now. See, what mama knew is that if I went and shoveled somebody else's driveway, I wasn't going to take care of home. What's the moral to that story? You got to take care of home. All right. I'm getting close. I'm in the right church now. I'm in the right church now. Listen. Watch this. Here is this young girl. And she gets approached to watch somebody's kids. She takes it as an opportunity to make some money. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? You got to understand where you are. And you got to understand, I cannot be bogged down by frustration, but I got to take what God has given me and flip it. It's a gift. All right. I'm almost there, y'all. I'm almost there. Frustration can turn into depression. You got to be careful. It'll turn into depression. Watch this. But faith looks at the future. In verse 10 it says, fear not, for I am with thee. Be now not dismayed. Don't get dismayed. In other words, don't get overwhelmed. Life can be overwhelming if you look at it from the world's perspective. The world will tell you that you shouldn't be an overcomer. The world will tell you, look at your circumstances. You should have been dead or in prison by now. Who said that? Well, that's what the statistics say. The world will convince you that you should be further down the road than you are. Y'all need to get this tape for somebody. They will say that you should have saved more for your retirement. The world will convince you that you should be married by now. So then you go rush and trying to find somebody to marry. You go find Jimbo. What that sister say? I could do bad all by myself. you going to find Jimbo and you going to hang out with Jimbo. Now you got 2 mouths to feed. Are y'all still with me? Isaiah told them, he said, do not get overwhelmed. He said, because being overwhelmed is a possibility. Are y'all listening to me? Getting overwhelmed is a possibility. We choose to walk by faith and not by sight. That's what we choose. We choose that. We overcome frustration by operating on the principle of Galatians chapter number 6, verse number 9. It says, let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if you faint not. Are y'all still with me? Listen, this is our operating principle as a believer. You shall reap in due season if you faint not. Reaping and sowing is our principle. You can't get caught up with saying, if you don't sow nothing, you can't reap nothing. Stop being hoodwinked by the world. If you don't sow, you can't reap. If you don't pay, how much is it, Lance? About $170. If you don't pay $170, you can't take them Jordans home. How much they cost? How much they cost? Stop acting like that. Y'all know I'll be in your mail in a minute. How much they cost? $200? If you don't drop Michael Jordan $200, you're not taking them shoes home. He got a principle. He said he gonna reap after you sow. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Huh? All right. Watch this. I'm getting close to where I need to be. Sowing and reaping is a principle. Watch this. It means that we have to work the principle if we let it work. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor. Tell them, say, hang in there. The principle will work if you work it. He said, don't faint. Don't back off. Don't get tired. Remember that old song, Matt, years ago that we used to sing? I ain't tired yet. Y'all remember that old song? I ain't tired yet. Yeah. I'm not tired yet. You ain't got time to get tired. Watch this. I'm almost done. Write this down. Last one. Number 2. Show up. Show up. Show up. He said, be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. I will uphold thee. Don't get dismayed, for I am your God. How many people know that he is our God? He said, I am your God. You got to make this thing personal and say, he's my God. I may not know a whole lot of stuff, but the other day I was singing that song by John P. Key, and God gave it to John P. Key. He said, show up. That's what he said. He said, show up. How many people know that God will? He'll show up. Watch this. He may not show up when I want him to show up. Huh? See, I want him to show up at the start of the calamity. As soon as I hit the hard spot, I want him to show up. Can I just talk to you? As soon as I get to that difficult spot, I want God to show up. But he said, no, Thomas, you got to keep on going. There's some stuff that you got to learn from this, huh? And so when I feel like I'm almost at the end of my rope, that's when my God. I said, that's when my God. Oh, y'all got it. I said, that's when my God. That's when he shows up. Hallelujah. He will show up. I'm a living witness that he will show up. He be right on time. Romans 8:28 says it like this. He said, we know that all things work together for the good of those that love God and those are called according to his purpose. All things are working together for your good. You're looking at something and saying, this is frustrating. But God is looking at it and saying, learn the lesson. Get the lesson. So now I'm frustrated. I just want it to be over. But he said, learn the lesson. Why? Because I got somebody down the road that's going to go through it, and you need to bring them through it. My daddy is not here. He'll get this tape and he'll confirm this tape. My daddy went through that prostate cancer surgery, and he got a cousin. And I call his cousin the doctor, because his cousin told him every step of the way. He said, man, when you go in, they're going to do this. And when he went in, they did that. He said, when you go back, they're going to do this. He said, after the surgery, it's going to be like this. He said, after this, he said, you're going to have this much time to recover it. Watch this. Watch this. He went through it so he could help bring my dad through it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Listen, God will show up. We're not always going to have good things that happen to us. There's some things that are going to happen to us that we just don't like. I preached a message about 20 years ago, and I said it like this. I said, it's all good. Why don't you touch 3 people and say it's all good? I know we experience a lot of calamity, but it's all good. Sometimes the calamity seems unbearable at times, but it's all good. I look back over my life and I say all the stuff that I've been through is all good. Last winter I was so sick, Trey, I didn't even know I was sick. Man, I was so sick, my body was just couldn't regulate the temperature. And all of a sudden one day I walked out of the Y and I said, wow, what just happened? I feel good now. I said, I feel good now. I said, I just got healed. Come on, somebody. Listen. There's some things that you go through and you don't even know that God is strengthening you through the whole thing. You say, man, this is tough. This is difficult. But God has got you. And he's strengthening you through the whole thing. This is what he said, y'all. I'm almost ready to preach. I'm almost ready to go home, y'all. Watch this. He said, I will uphold thee. Watch this. With thy right hand. Watch this. I'm so glad that my hand is in the hands of the man. That's what they used to say, Ed. My hand is in the hands of the man. He holds me. Listen, he catches me when I'm falling. I wish I had some witnesses in here. He's my security. I say he's my security. Whenever I feel like I'm unsure, he grabs my hand and he holds my hand. And he lets me know that everything is going to be all right. I said, he is my security. I feel like preaching to somebody today. He is my affection. When I need some affection, he grabs my hand and he gives me some affection. And he lets me know, Ed, everything is going to be all right. I wish I had some witnesses in this place today. I said, he will show up. Touch your neighbor and tell your neighbor, my God will show up. He may not come when you want to, but he will be right on time. I stopped by to tell somebody today that my God will show up. My God has your back. I said, God has your back. When your back was against the wall, God had your back. When it looked like you was going to give up and throw in the towel, God has your back. Touch your neighbor. Tell your neighbor you're looking at somebody that God has their back. God's got my back. Does God got your back? I said, does God got your back when it looked like they was coming to repossess all your cars? God had your back. He said, take it, move it around the block. I'm going to buy you just a little bit of time, because this ain't going to be no everyday thing. You're going to eventually have to pay this bill. God has your back. Somebody say, yeah, God's got my back. When you was in a hospital room, God had your back. When you was, I feel like preaching, when you was in a courtroom, God had your back. When you felt like throwing in the towel, God had your back. Tell your neighbor, God has. He's got my back. He's got my back. He's got my back. Somebody say, yeah. Somebody say, yeah. He's got my back. got my back. This is what he said in his word. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Somebody need to know that God got your back. You might think that your money is short, but God got your back. He will come through for you. Yes! I need some people that don't mind giving God some praise to just get themselves some room and say, excuse me, but you don't know what I've been through. I got a feeling that everything is going to be all right. Touch your name and tell your neighbor, excuse me, I'm about to get my shout on. Excuse me, I'm about to get my praise on. Excuse me, I got some business to take care of. Somebody say, ah. Somebody say, I gotta pray. Somebody say, ah. I wish I had some witnesses in here. Somebody say, ah. Somebody say, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. He's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. If you can't do nothing but give God a two-step, let's give him a two-step wherever you are.
All right.
I gotta pray. I gotta pray.
And I gotta get it out.
I gotta pray.
I gotta praise. I gotta praise and I gotta get it out. I gotta praise.
So he is.
I gotta praise. I gotta praise and I gotta get it out.
That's my church.
I gotta praise. Oh, praise him. 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 In the morning.
Praise
in
him.
the noonday.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Right now.
Praise him.
Right now.
Praise him.
Right now.
Praise him.
Right now.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
What you gonna do?
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 Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
Praise him.
I gotta praise. I gotta praise and I gotta let it out. I gotta praise.
See, there's some people that's standing by you and they not saying nothing because they ain't never been through nothing. But there's some people that's shouting because you know where God then brought you from. I said he done brought you from a mighty long way. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, God has brought me from a mighty long way. That's my church. That's my church. If you're watching this broadcast, God has something special for you. If you're watching this broadcast and you watched it all the way to the end, God has something special for you. He wants you to overcome the frustration. Get a praise on your lips. Get a praise on your lips. The doors of the church are open. You can come as a camp for baptism. You can come on your own Christian experience. If that's you, come on and come.